Resistance training is one of the most powerful tools for women to improve body composition, strength, and overall physiological function, but it is often misunderstood. The central principle is that the body adapts to the stress placed upon it, and the most effective stress comes from movements that engage multiple muscle groups simultaneously. Exercises such as squats, deadlifts, presses, and rows are particularly valuable because they not only stimulate large volumes of muscle tissue, but also activate the nervous system in a way that promotes coordination, balance, and strength gains across the body. These compound movements create mechanical tension, metabolic stress, and muscle damage, which are the three primary drivers of muscular growth and strength development. Performing these exercises with proper form is essential. Improper technique can reduce the effectiveness of the training stimulus and increase the risk of injury, particularly in joints and connective tissue that may not be accustomed to heavy loads. For women, using moderate to heavy resistance, typically in the range of 6 to 12 repetitions per set, provides a balance between strength development and hypertrophy. Lighter weights with higher repetitions can improve endurance, but they do not provide the same stimulus for increasing lean mass or neuromuscular efficiency. Progressive overload is the cornerstone of long-term progress, meaning that over time, the weight lifted or the volume of work performed must gradually increase to continue challenging the body. This can be achieved by adding more weight, increasing the number of sets or repetitions, or improving time under tension. The nervous system adapts alongside the muscular system, enhancing motor unit recruitment, coordination, and force production, which not only improves performance but also functional strength useful in everyday activities. Incorporating unilateral exercises such as single-leg squats, lunges, or one-arm rows addresses asymmetries and enhances balance, stability, and core activation. These movements ensure that one side of the body does not compensate for weaknesses in the other, which is particularly important for injury prevention and long-term joint health. Furthermore, they increase proprioception, the body's awareness of position in space, which is critical for coordination and athletic performance. Adequate recovery between sessions is another key factor. The muscles and nervous system need time to repair and adapt. Training 3 to 5 times per week allows for sufficient stimulus while providing the necessary recovery, though individual factors such as age, sleep, nutrition, and hormonal status can influence the optimal frequency. Proper warm-up and mobility work before lifting is also essential. Joint mobility, dynamic stretching, and activation of stabilizing muscles prepare the body for heavier loads, reducing the risk of injury and improving the quality of movement. Post-training strategies, including adequate protein intake and active recovery, enhance adaptation and support the remodeling of muscle tissue. Attention to these principles creates a training framework that not only increases strength and lean muscle mass, but also improves metabolic health, bone density, posture, and functional movement, producing benefits that extend well beyond aesthetics and into overall physical resilience. Cardiovascular exercise plays a vital role in overall health, performance, and longevity, yet it is often approached with misconceptions, particularly regarding how it interacts with strength training and body composition. For women, cardiovascular activity is not simply about burning calories. It is a tool to enhance metabolic flexibility, improve cardiovascular efficiency, regulate hormones, and support recovery. The two primary forms of cardiovascular training, high-intensity interval training, or HIIT, and steady-state aerobic exercise, offer complementary benefits, and understanding how to balance them is key to maximizing results. HIIT involves short bursts of near maximal effort, followed by periods of lower intensity recovery, which stimulates both aerobic and anaerobic energy systems. This type of training enhances VO2 max, the measure of the body's maximal oxygen consumption, which is strongly associated with cardiovascular fitness and endurance capacity. It also promotes metabolic adaptations that improve the body's ability to utilize fat and carbohydrate efficiently during both exercise and rest, contributing to overall metabolic health. Steady-state cardio, on the other hand, typically involves continuous, moderate-intensity activity sustained over a longer period. Activities such as brisk walking, cycling, swimming, or light jogging enhance capillary density, increase mitochondrial efficiency, and strengthen the heart muscle over time. While steady-state work may not produce the acute intensity of HIIT, it plays a crucial role in recovery, stress reduction, and maintaining long-term cardiovascular health. The combination of HIIT and steady-state exercise allows the body to reap the benefits of both intensity and endurance without overtaxing either the muscular or hormonal systems. Frequency and duration are important variables. For most women, 2 to 3 sessions per week of targeted cardiovascular work provides significant improvements in health and performance without interfering with resistance training or leading to excessive fatigue. Overtraining with high volumes of cardio can blunt the muscular adaptations from resistance training, elevate cortisol levels, and negatively affect hormonal balance. Therefore, cardiovascular programming should be integrated thoughtfully, emphasizing quality over quantity and ensuring alignment with training goals. Monitoring intensity using heart rate, perceived exertion, or power output can guide these sessions, ensuring that they are both effective and sustainable. Another critical aspect of cardiovascular training is its impact on recovery and stress regulation. Moderate intensity, steady-state exercise can enhance parasympathetic nervous system activity, improving sleep quality, reducing perceived stress, and supporting hormonal balance, all of which contribute to more efficient muscle repair and adaptation. Cardiovascular activity also facilitates increased blood flow to muscles and connective tissue, aiding in nutrient delivery and waste removal, which are essential for recovery after resistance training. Finally, cardiovascular exercise is not only about physical adaptation, it also improves mental resilience and cognitive function. The rhythmic nature of aerobic activity, particularly in outdoor settings, has been shown to enhance mood, reduce anxiety, and improve focus. Incorporating variety, alternating HIIT, steady-state sessions, and active recovery prevents plateauing, maintains motivation, and ensures that the body continues to adapt effectively to training stress. Protein intake is one of the most critical components for women seeking to optimize body composition, support recovery, and enhance overall health. It is the primary macronutrient responsible for repairing and building muscle tissue, producing enzymes and hormones, and maintaining immune function. The body does not store protein in the same way it stores fat or carbohydrates, which means that a consistent daily intake is necessary to meet physiological demands. For women engaging in regular resistance training, cardiovascular exercise, or both, the recommended intake ranges between 1.6 and 2.2 grams per kilogram of body weight per day. Consuming protein within this range has been consistently shown to maximize muscle protein synthesis, preserve lean body mass, and improve recovery from workouts. The timing and distribution of protein throughout the day are equally important. Research indicates that spreading protein intake evenly across meals, approximately 20 to 40 grams per meal depending on body size, optimizes the body's ability to synthesize new muscle tissue. Consuming protein shortly after training can be particularly effective as the body is in a heightened state of nutrient uptake and repair, commonly referred to as the anabolic window. High-quality protein sources, which contain all essential amino acids, are the most effective for stimulating muscle growth. These include lean animal proteins such as poultry, fish, eggs, and dairy, as well as plant-based options like soy, quinoa, and legumes, when combined appropriately to ensure a complete amino acid profile. Protein also plays a critical role in satiety and metabolic regulation. Adequate protein intake helps stabilize blood sugar levels by slowing the digestion and absorption of carbohydrates, which can reduce cravings and support body composition goals. It also has a higher thermic effect of food compared to fats and carbohydrates, meaning that the body expends more energy digesting and metabolizing protein. This effect, while modest, contributes to overall metabolic efficiency and can support fat management over time. Beyond muscle and metabolism, protein is vital for hormonal and immune health. Many hormones, including those responsible for regulating metabolism, stress, and reproductive function, rely on amino acids as building blocks. Insufficient protein can disrupt hormonal balance, leading to fatigue, impaired recovery, and in some cases, menstrual irregularities. Protein also supports immune function by providing the necessary substrates for antibody production and tissue repair, which becomes particularly important during periods of increased physical stress from exercise. Individual factors such as age, training intensity, body composition goals, and overall energy intake will influence exact protein needs, but the foundational principle remains the same. Regular, adequate protein is non-negotiable for optimizing performance, health, and body composition. Combining sufficient protein intake with resistance training and well-timed carbohydrate and fat intake ensures that the body can effectively repair tissue, maintain hormonal balance, and maximize the adaptations from training. By approaching protein intake deliberately, considering amount, quality, and timing, women can support not only muscle growth, but also broader physiological functions essential for long-term health and vitality. Fats and carbohydrates are critical components of nutrition that work synergistically with protein to support energy production, hormone balance, and overall health. While protein provides the building blocks for tissues and enzymes, fats and carbohydrates are the primary fuels that power daily activity, exercise, and recovery. Dietary fats, particularly those rich in omega-3 and monounsaturated fats, are essential for hormone production, including the synthesis of estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone, all of which influence energy, metabolism, and reproductive health. These fats also play a vital role in brain function, cellular integrity, and inflammation regulation. Sources such as fatty fish, avocados, olive oil, nuts, and seeds provide these essential fatty acids, supporting both cardiovascular health and cognitive function while promoting satiety and nutrient absorption. Carbohydrates, often misunderstood and misrepresented in popular diet trends, serve as the body's preferred energy source during moderate to high-intensity activity. They are stored as glycogen in muscles and the liver and provide readily available fuel for resistance training, high-intensity interval work, and sustained aerobic activity. Without adequate carbohydrate intake, performance can decline, fatigue sets in more quickly, and recovery is impaired, which may ultimately reduce the effectiveness of both training and body composition goals. The strategic timing of carbohydrate consumption, particularly around workouts, is crucial. Consuming carbohydrates before exercise provides energy to sustain intensity and power output, while post-workout carbohydrates replenish glycogen stores, support protein-mediated muscle repair, and enhance recovery. The quality of carbohydrates and fats is equally important as quantity. Whole food carbohydrate sources such as vegetables, fruits, legumes, and whole grains provide fiber, vitamins, minerals, and phytonutrients that support gut health, metabolic efficiency, and overall wellness. Highly processed carbohydrates, while providing energy, often lack these nutrients and can contribute to rapid blood sugar fluctuations, energy crashes, and unwanted fat accumulation when consumed excessively. Similarly, trans fats and highly processed oils should be minimized as they can disrupt cellular function, increase inflammation, and impair hormone signaling. Balancing fats and carbohydrates is not a one-size-fits-all approach. It should reflect individual activity levels, goals, and metabolic responses. Women engaging in frequent or high-intensity training may benefit from higher carbohydrate intake around workouts to fuel performance and recovery, while maintaining adequate healthy fats throughout the day to support hormone function and satiety. Conversely, those with lower training volumes may prioritize moderate carbohydrate intake while ensuring sufficient fats for metabolic health. Integrating both macronutrients into meals strategically enhances nutrient partitioning, meaning the body is more likely to direct nutrients toward muscle repair and energy replenishment rather than fat storage. Fats and carbohydrates also influence long-term metabolic flexibility, which is the body's ability to efficiently switch between using fat and carbohydrate as fuel depending on availability and demand. A diet that incorporates balanced, high-quality fats and carbohydrates supports this flexibility, optimizing energy efficiency, cognitive function, and endurance capacity. Together, fats and carbohydrates work in concert with protein to provide the energy, hormonal support, and cellular resources required to sustain training adaptations, recovery, and overall health, ensuring that women can perform, recover, and thrive over the low micronutrients and hydration are often overlooked components of health and performance, yet they are essential for optimizing energy production, recovery, and overall physiological function. Vitamins and minerals act as cofactors in virtually every enzymatic reaction in the body, meaning that without adequate levels, even the best training and nutrition strategies cannot reach their full potential. For women, certain micronutrients play particularly critical roles. Iron, for instance, is necessary for oxygen transport and energy production, and inadequate iron levels can lead to fatigue, decreased endurance, and impaired cognitive function. Calcium and vitamin D are foundational for bone health, reducing the risk of stress fractures and osteoporosis, especially when combined with resistance training. Magnesium supports muscle contraction, nerve function, and energy metabolism, while B vitamins are essential for converting dietary macronutrients into usable energy. Antioxidant vitamins, such as vitamin C, vitamin E, and various carotenoids, help neutralize free radicals produced during exercise. While reactive oxygen species are a normal part of metabolic signaling, excessive oxidative stress can impair recovery and adaptation. Consuming a diet rich in colorful fruits and vegetables ensures an adequate supply of these compounds, supporting immune function and tissue repair. Trace minerals, including zinc, selenium, and iodine, contribute to hormone synthesis, thyroid function, and cellular repair processes. Even minor deficiencies in these nutrients can subtly impair performance, recovery, and overall well-being over time. Hydration is equally vital and often underappreciated. Water is the medium in which nearly all metabolic processes occur, from nutrient transport and waste removal to thermoregulation and joint lubrication. During exercise, even mild dehydration can reduce strength, endurance, and cognitive function. Women may be particularly sensitive to hydration status due to differences in total body water and hormonal fluctuations that influence fluid balance. Electrolytes, including sodium, potassium, calcium, and magnesium, are critical for maintaining fluid balance, nerve conduction, and muscle contraction. Replenishing both fluids and electrolytes during prolonged or high-intensity exercise supports performance, prevents cramping, and enhances recovery. Optimal micronutrient intake is best achieved through a combination of nutrient-dense whole foods, strategic supplementation when necessary, and attention to dietary variety. Leafy greens, colorful vegetables, fruits, whole grains, nuts, seeds, legumes, dairy, and lean protein sources collectively provide a broad spectrum of essential vitamins and minerals. Timing and context can also influence micronutrient effectiveness. For example, consuming antioxidants alongside meals rich in fats enhances absorption, and pairing iron-rich plant foods with vitamin C sources improves bioavailability. Both micronutrients and hydration influence recovery, adaptation, and long-term health. Adequate intake enhances muscle repair, supports the immune system, and contributes to hormonal balance, all of which are critical for sustaining consistent training and optimizing performance. Neglecting these factors can lead to cumulative deficits, including reduced energy, impaired recovery, compromised immunity, and even hormonal disruption. By prioritizing micronutrient-dense foods, ensuring proper hydration, and considering supplementation when necessary, women can create a physiological environment that maximizes the benefits of resistance training, cardiovascular activity, and balanced nutrition, ensuring that each session and each day contributes meaningfully to overall health, performance, and resilience. Lifestyle and consistency are the foundational elements that determine whether the benefits of training, nutrition, and recovery are realized over the long term. No matter how precise or scientifically grounded a training program or diet may be, without regular application and thoughtful adaptation, the body will not reach its full potential. Consistency creates cumulative physiological adaptations, reinforcing muscle strength, cardiovascular efficiency, metabolic flexibility, and hormonal balance. This means that small, repeated actions performed reliably over time often have a far greater impact than short bursts of extreme effort followed by inconsistency or neglect. Establishing routines that integrate resistance training, cardiovascular activity, proper nutrition, hydration, sleep, and stress management ensures that each component supports the others synergistically. Sleep and circadian alignment are central to this lifestyle framework. During sleep, the body produces growth hormone, repairs tissues, consolidates memory, and regulates the balance of key metabolic hormones such as insulin, cortisol, and leptin. Disrupted sleep or misaligned circadian rhythms can blunt muscle recovery, impair energy utilization, and elevate stress hormone levels, which negatively affect both physical performance and cognitive function. Aligning daily activity with natural light cycles, maintaining consistent bed and wake times, and prioritizing both sleep quality and duration create an environment in which training adaptations are amplified and metabolic health is preserved. Recovery strategies extend beyond sleep and include active recovery, stress regulation, and mindful management of training load. Active recovery, such as light walking, yoga, or mobility work, increases blood flow to muscles, facilitating nutrient delivery and waste removal, which accelerates tissue repair and reduces soreness. Stress management techniques, including meditation, deep breathing, and mindfulness, help modulate cortisol levels, prevent chronic inflammation, and improve mental resilience, all of which support sustained training performance. Monitoring intensity, volume, and frequency of workouts ensures that the body receives adequate stimulus without overtraining, which can lead to fatigue, hormonal disruption, and plateaued progress. Adaptability is a key aspect of consistency. The body is dynamic and continuously responds to internal and external stressors, including training, nutrition, sleep, and environmental factors. Adjusting routines based on performance, recovery, energy levels, and lifestyle demands ensures that progress continues while minimizing injury risk and mental burnout. Small incremental changes in load, frequency, or diet over time are more effective than sudden extreme shifts that may disrupt adaptation or adherence. Tracking progress objectively, whether through performance metrics, body composition, or subjective measures like energy and mood, provides feedback that informs these adjustments and reinforces accountability. Finally, mindset and behavior underpin all aspects of lifestyle and consistency. Viewing training and nutrition as tools to support long-term health rather than short-term outcomes encourages sustainable engagement. Celebrating small wins, establishing realistic expectations, and fostering intrinsic motivation cultivate habits that endure beyond temporary programs or trends. This approach integrates the physiological, psychological, and behavioral aspects of performance, ensuring that each session, meal, and recovery practice contributes to a trajectory of ongoing improvement and resilience. By combining structure, adaptability, and purposeful repetition, women create a foundation that maximizes the impact of resistance training, cardiovascular exercise, nutrition, micronutrient intake, and recovery, producing results that are both sustainable and transformative. When these 6 pillars, resistance training, cardiovascular exercise, protein intake, balanced fats and carbohydrates, micronutrients and hydration, and consistent lifestyle practices, are applied together with precision and intention, the body adapts in a way that is sustainable, resilient, and transformative. Progress becomes measurable not just in appearance, but in strength, energy, mental clarity, and long-term health. The key is to approach each component with patience, curiosity, and consistency, understanding that small, deliberate actions compound over time. By integrating science-backed practices into daily life, women can optimize performance, support hormonal and metabolic balance, and cultivate a foundation of health that extends far beyond the gym or the scale, creating lasting vitality, confidence, and resilience.